I've generated content at scale on a single topic around a keyword cluster. This content is specifically designed to build topical authority with Google. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to generate content at scale, including text and images. I'll also show you how to import this content directly into WordPress step by step. And as a bit of a bonus, I'll also show you how you can do this in other languages like Spanish or Italian. The process and tools that I'm going to show you will radically change the way you approach SEO. Before we get started, I just want to cover off what is topical authority so we're all on the same page here. There's an article that's been done by Ahrefs. It summarizes it pretty well. So basically, if you want to build topical authority, you need to cover everything in that space. You can't just write one article, and in the example here, it talks about protein. So if you want to get topical authority on protein, you might write an article on what is protein, what does protein do, what's the best protein powder, etc., etc. Topical authority is achieved when a site fully covers a topic as a whole rather than just focusing on keywords. And that is what Ahrefs describe here. If you would like to learn more about actually what topical authority is, I'll leave the link to the article in the description. So we're just on the casual.app website here. What I want to show you is the impact of posting content at scale in an attempt to build topical authority. If we just scroll down a little bit here, there's a few blogs. Now, I'm just going to click a couple at random, right? Here's the C-suite one. Now, it talks about what you should know about the C-suite hiring. And if you go down, okay, there's a couple of paragraphs and that's it. Notice the format, contents on the side and a few paragraphs and headings formatted, in H2, H3, whatever. Go back. Let's select this one. What to know about SaaS downgrade. Again, image, contents, a couple of H2 headings, and that's it. The difference with this type of content versus a lot of other sites is if you go down to the bottom here and go next, this goes on and on and on. There are literally hundreds of articles in here. Now let's take a look at SEMrush and see what the impact of doing this is. So I've just ran the domain overview for casual.app, and as you can see here, they've got nearly 20,000 backlinks. They've grown from zero traffic, basically in January 22, to over 500,000 clicks every month from organic traffic. And have a look at the number of keywords that they are ranking for. Gone from basically zero to around 350,000 keywords. So this is incredible. And what we're going to try to do today is generate content at scale and build topical authority with Google. So now we're going to start generating our content, and the first step is we're going to build a list of potential titles for articles, and then when we've got that, we'll generate the article itself, and then we'll go on to get the images and load it up. So the first step is we want to get some titles, and to do that we're going to use Mango. So once you're logged in, you just click on go to Beethoven. This module here is going to generate a whole heap of titles for us. So if I want to do some content around AI SEO content, for example, I just enter it in here and then hit generate. That didn't take too long. Sometimes you might notice the blue progress bar across the top. It sort of stays at the end for a little bit and you think it's maybe crashed, but it's actually just processing, and depending on the topic, it can take a little bit longer than what we've just seen here. So Beethoven has now generated 100 titles around keyword, a key phrase that we can look at generating content around. Now, just quickly, if we scroll right to the bottom, we can just hit copy here. And then what we're going to do is go over to our spreadsheet. Now, I've got a bit of a template set up here, and you'll notice I've just hit copy. Now, all I'm going to do here, and I've had a lot of questions on this, is how do you make it just paste correctly? All I'm doing here, and I'm using Google Sheets, just click in the cell, Control V on Windows, and away you go. That's it. Now, you will see in column B here, I do have a formula. It's just going to cut the number off the side, so no big deal there. And the next column here, column C, that's generated the slug we want for the article. And all that is doing is taking the title and adding hyphens in between it. So anywhere we've got this kind of color in the heading here, this is where it's going to automatically generate. So the next one is our short description, and that is going to be based off the content we paste in. So let's go and do that. If we go back to Mango, now we've got Beethoven step 2 here. All we're going to do is we're going to select a title. I'm just going to paste it in here, hit generate. Step 2, it's generated our content. We've got quite a nice article here. You'll notice these hashes at the start, or 2 hashes. This content is actually in markdown format, and I can show you really why we've done that and how you can use it. So we'll just go to the bottom first and we'll just hit copy. Then we'll go over to this markup tool, which I will leave a link for in the description. We're going to convert the markdown to HTML and to plain text. So just on the left hand side here, we're just going to paste in our article, and you can see over now on the right we have a really good looking marked up article. So with this we can have it as markup, plain text, or we can actually get the raw HTML. So first of all, I'm just going to grab the plain text. Okay, back on our spreadsheet, we've got our plain text. In order to paste this in, you actually have to go up to the formula bar and just press paste and then hit enter, and there you go. So all the content is actually in here, and to see it you have to click up on the formula bar, and that is something else I've had a bunch of questions on, so I hope that answers that one. All right, now the plain text is in there, you'll see this short description has been generated, and all this is doing, and you can make it as long or short as you like, it's taking the first 300 characters of the plain text. We can use that when we upload this into our CMS. So next we need our HTML. So we'll go back to our converter here. Just click on the raw HTML, just grab that, back to our spreadsheet. Again, we're just going to paste it in here. There's our HTML, paste, and done. In terms of content, that's actually it. In terms of text content, I should say. Next, we need images. Before I do that, I probably should just cover off these other green heading ones. Now, all I've done in Google Sheets here, I've actually just made an enumerated list, and I've given some options here. So depending on what content you're going after, you might have a standard set of tags and different categories. So these are useful bits of data to have for when we load it up to WordPress. Okay, so we've seen how we can do this in English, and Beethoven also has the capability to do this in a couple of other languages, being Spanish, Dutch, and Italian. So let's take a look at generating content in Italian. So if we click on the IT, you can see these buttons here change colors just to identify that we are now in a different language mode. And you can see here, enter a key phrase, Italian. Now you can enter this in English, Italian, Spanish, whatever you like. It's the output that will be in Italian. So if I enter a key phrase here, like how to make pizza, for example. Okay, so here's our 100 key phrase based titles around how to make pizza. So if I just grab one of these and we'll paste it over here into step 2, we can then get the content in Italian as well. Okay, so there is our content in Italian. Give it a go. Okay, let's talk images. It's the only bit of content I really haven't covered off in here. So it's in column I here. That will be our image reference. And to upload this in bulk, you need a URL to the image. So if you think you would like to give Mango SEO a try, there's a special deal on at the moment. You can get Mango for 12 months at 70% off, and that applies to monthly or the annual subscription, which also includes 2 months free. Just enter in the code that you see on the screen now at the checkout and you will get that discount. So when we're talking images, we're talking like this image here that will be in your blog's listing, and then when you click on the blog, you'll also get like a header image here. So that's what we're talking about specifically. One of the easiest ways to get some images fast is to go to a site like Pexels. There are a bunch like this, but I like Pexels because it's really quick and easy and they have a massive amount of content. So I've just typed in here sort of AI futuristic photos, and you can see there's quite a bit of content. So to download it, just one click and that's it. So it's probably taking a couple of seconds to find an image. And what you want to do when you're doing content at scale is keep them sort of generic and high level around the topic. Another option is to have a look at Canva. So with Canva, again, you can generate content, image content really fast. So in this Canva account, I've just put AI in here because I'm generating content around AI and AI SEO. So if I hit add a new image, one click, and there you go. You've got your image. Go again, pick another one, film. And that's it. So in Canva, when you're finished, you can export the whole lot as a folder so you get them all. Okay, so the next option, and this has got like 2 advantages of it. It's called Cloudinary. Once you're in here, you just go to your media library and you hit upload. Now, what you can do is if you've got all these images from Canva or Pixabay or somewhere else, you can load them all in here. You can also go to Unsplash. And when you click on this, it gives you the option to search images on that platform within this platform. So I've just put in the search here, GPT. I've got orientation landscape, and you can pick, whether you just want black or white or colors, whatever. You can just download these directly into your library. The advantage of putting it directly into here is when you go across to the right hand side, you'll see this little link here, copy the URL. So this is where you can get a URL. So if you're interested in doing content at scale, which does require an image, for that header and the blog listing, you can use this app and grab the URL here. Another option would be to use Image Loader. We built this in-house. It hasn't been released yet, but if you think it would be useful, let me know in the comments and we'll see if we can get it pushed out and make it available. The way this tool works, and it's really tried to help speed up the process, all you have to do is drop your images. So whether you get your images from Pixabay, Canva, or you've got your own image library, and all you want is just to get that URL. So just drop your images into this area here and they will upload. It doesn't take very long. Okay, so this is just about finished processing. When it has, you got the option to do a quick review. So if you loaded something up that you didn't really want, you can just hit remove. Now, the important thing to note, the way this currently works, if we do release it, is that these images will be available for a couple of hours. So the whole idea is once you've got your images, you drop them in here and it will give you a URL. We host these images, and when we import them into WordPress, WordPress will actually store those images, and they will load quick, and it's all part of your WordPress environment. So it's just a quick method to get a URL, to get the image for your bulk uploading over into your content management system. And I'm just going to hit upload, and what this will do is actually put it into the content delivery network that we have to make it available. And now we're just going to hit export URLs. Okay, when you do that, you'll get an Excel file appear in your browser. So we're just going to click on that. What you'll find when the spreadsheet opens up is a really long URL like this. So we've got 5 of them here. I'm just going to press copy, and then we're going to put them into our uploading template. So I'm just going to click on this one here and I'll hit paste. All our images are now there. And you'll notice when they come out of the system, they've just got the double backslash, and what all this extra column here is doing is it's just adding the HTTPS which WordPress needs to import the image. So now we've covered off how we get all the content we require to upload in bulk into WordPress. I'm going to complete another 19 articles in full, or 20 or so, and then we'll load them up into WordPress and we can see the finished result. Okay, using the process we've been through, I've generated another 19 or so articles. We're ready to save this as a CSV file and import it into WordPress. Out of all the columns here, we're only going to be importing in the title, the slug, the short description, the body, the tag, the image reference, the category, and the author. Save your file and let's import it. Once you've got your CSV, head over to WordPress, go to plugins, and what we want to do is install a new plugin. If you put a search in like WP CSV importer, you should find it. So we'll do a search. It's this one here, so we hit install. When that's installed, just make sure you hit activate. Okay, that's activated. Now on the left hand side, you should see Ultimate CSV Importer. We're just going to click on that. Now just drag and drop your CSV file here, and then we can import our data. Okay, it's importing the data. That is done. Now we want to make it into a new item, and so we're going to import each record as a post. Hit continue. Now we get to match up our WordPress fields with our CSV fields. So title with title, the content, that is our blog HTML, short description, the slug, author, we had one of those, status, we won't worry about, featured image, we can do the image ref, the rest we won't worry about. The next one here, we did have a category and the tag. Okay, so once that's done, hit continue. I highly recommend you select this one, download the external images into your media. That way, if you are just using some sort of tool that's going to give you a temporary URL to the image, it'll bring the images into WordPress, and so when they delete, you'll still have the files. So we'll just hit continue here and we're good to go. This won't take very long because it's only 19 records. That's done, so I'm just going to close that. Now we just want to head over and click on posts. If we want to take a look, we just hit view, and then we can check out our blog listings that we've just brought in. So, and if we want to check one out, we can just click on it and there it is. And obviously I would recommend you create a template for the area you're bringing your blog post into, and so that you can have maybe some links down the side and at the bottom. But that is the process of generating content at scale using a spreadsheet to bulk import it. If you have any questions on the whole process, let me know in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video.